Hi, and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to talk about key insight 2, innovation and proactive service-based business models. Well, with the rapid advancement of technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and a lot of other technologies, we're going to see proactive service-based business models. So one of the main things is usage-based insurance or UBI. So this is not a new concept, but technology is making this possible and adoption is rapidly increasing. So usage-based business models are basically where the premiums are calculated based on the usage of the asset. For example, if you have a car, the insurance provider and the underwriters will capture all the data from the sensors in real time and then understand, analyze and process a lot of telemetric data from how well you obey the road signs, how well you drive, what's the gap that you leave between the vehicle in front of you and your vehicle, and a lot of other factors to accurately create what is known as a user profile of you. And then that user profile will continuously be updated, and what you'll be charged for will also be updated accordingly. So if you look at a consumer perspective, this is very good because consumers are only charged for the usage of the asset. So this extends to not only cars but also homes and even advanced technologies and advanced robotics like drones. So a lot of photographers have drones. So usage-based insurance can cover any accidents or any incidents that might impact their day-to-day livelihoods as well. Then we have what we call P2P or peer-to-peer insurance. So peer-to-peer insurance is basically a risk-sharing network where a group of people pool in their premiums to insure against a risk. So unlike a traditional insurance, residual funds or what we call excess premiums from paid premiums are returned to the group when less than anticipated claims are filed. So it's like this small group. It's also called social insurance, where a small amount of people get together and form sort of like an insurance pool. Then we have something called AI-powered underwriting. So AI or artificial intelligence will play a major role in our lives. It already is. So nowadays everything is powered by AI. For example, if you look at search engines, they autocomplete it, they give you suggestions. And also if you look something like Google Maps, they direct you to the best possible route, create the routes for you, understand traffic conditions, weather conditions, and all those factors are considered to give you best possible option to make a good decision. So in the same way, insurance will also have a lot of AI components built in. So it will optimize the risk and pricing, and also it will give a much more deeper visibility into the customer's risk profile. So it will understand the risk in a comprehensive manner, easing the task for all the underwriters as well. And also it will help to personalize the premiums to match the policyholder's actual risk. Then we have things like low code or no code platforms. So one of the main challenges of any industry is getting IT professionals who are domain specific. For example, if you look at the maritime industry, if you want to build solutions for the maritime industry much more efficiently, you need people who have a background in maritime but also who are tech savvy as well. So this is a major gap that's being solved right now with no code or low code platforms where components can just be dragged and dropped, and then different apps to suit business needs, different websites, different services can be built very, very easily. So basically the average professional in the insurance industry will be able to build specific solutions, industry specific solutions very, very easily without getting the help of IT professionals in most of the scenarios. For example, if you're an insurance underwriter and you need to underwrite and understand a certain risk, you can automate certain tasks. For example, if you want to create a to-do list based on the emails that you have received, you can create something called a robotic process automation, or what we call RPA bot, which we're going to talk about in one of our next lectures. So you can create a bot who will go to each and every single email that you have, create sort of like a to-do list, and then share the to-do list with you. So it's easy that you don't have to go digging deep into each and every single email to figure out what you need to do today. So it's very, very easy. Dragging and dropping components will give you a sort of automation solution to really help you to be more productive and to be more efficient in your work environment. Then we have things like virtual experiences. So things like virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. So don't worry, we're going to talk about all these in one of our next lectures. So all these things are coming together to give a sort of virtual experiences. So in the future, insurance providers will give you sort of like a VR headset or virtual reality headset, and then you can wear it and then you can walk through the insurance scenarios. You can really understand what are the policies that applies to you and how it covers. Maybe run a computer simulation, maybe an instance of raining or a fire, and then see what are the components that's protected, so that you're comprehensively aware of the policies and also every single thing written in those fine print words. So you can really understand what's covered, what's not, and also understand what's important and what's not. And then all these factors, you can get a comprehensive understanding of the policies that apply to you. Then we have what we call insurance as a service. So this is basically on-demand digital insurance. So things like low barriers to entry, and insurance as a service also includes things like internal process digitization, core service digitization, and also full stack digitization, of what we call end-to-end digitization. So it can include different digital components. So certain parts might be automated and digital, but also the entire component or the entire end-to-end experience can be automated and digital as well. Then we're seeing another transition or another trend. So this is the transition from the traditional assess the risk and asset and then provide the service to a more customer-centric approach of prescribe and prevent. So basically, rather than assessing the risk and then servicing the insurance policyholder, we're moving towards a much more holistic approach of how to improve the quality of life, how to help the customer better understand the risk, and how to mitigate them. So if you look at health insurance, rather than compensating customers for all their diseases, it will be much more of a customer-centric approach where it will understand the customer and tell you, hey, you need to improve your diet, you need to cut down on these kind of things, you need to get rid of your alcohol habits and smoking habits. So that kind of a guidance to improve the overall situation, and in this case to improve the quality of life of the customer, will be the norm of the future. Well, those are a few key insights as far as key insight 2 is concerned: innovation and proactive service-based business models. I'll see you on another lecture.